Rudy Gobert, as much as I do not like him, that man literally started COVID. I want to say that right now. He is the literal reason why we had to stay in our house for 2 years. Um, Rudy Gobert played out of his mind in that series. The role players played out of their mind in that series. You, as the 3-time MVP, cannot be beat by Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves without Anthony Edwards. If you're going to hold him in a regard as he's going to go down as an all-time great, as a Hall of Famer and all this, you cannot be getting punked by Jaden McDaniels. You cannot have a man say that with a straight face, yeah, they're soft. They can't do nothing. Their defense is whack. Go up and run up on him post game. He looking at you like, "What you doing, man? You not doing nothing." Like he like to get punked by a man with
Jokic doesn't get punked. Maybe the other players on the team get punked. You're not punking Jokic.
He literally got punked at the end. Do you know like what the Atlanta Braves situation is?
No.
So the Atlanta Braves, they moved from Turner Field. I think it's either still standing or they're about to tear it down. But they moved their stadium and they built a whole brand new stadium. But with this stadium in mind, they were like, hey, let's just not build the stadium. Let's build the economy around the stadium. So they added restaurants, they added apartments, they added hotels. So essentially the Browns are going to do the same exact thing with, of course, not only having it in a residential area like Brook Park, like again, Brook Park literally it's Brook Park, then it's Cleveland, the next street over. Jokic is the 3-time MVP. He won a championship not even 3 years ago. Like this is like, that's a big deal. To go out in the first round against a team without its best player and one of his other best player gets a torn Achilles halfway through the game, and the games you lost where you weren't even close. It wasn't even close. Then at the end of one of those games, you don't play defense. The whole world sees you not play defense, but he makes a layup, and that's the fastest you run in 3 years. Come on.
I don't know about that, Autumn.
I want to actually bring up something very interesting, and we should end this show on this. And let's talk about the legacy of players. So one of my favorite creators, her name is Gab Gowdy. She is in Kentucky right now. She says she went to a sports bar yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but the day before. And she was looking around and she was like, Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP, played at Louisville, won a Heisman, and there's like no recognition of him anywhere. Like at all. Like she was like, you can't go into sports bars and you can't see any photos of him. And I want to talk about the impact of the player. I think, look, I love Donovan myself, but I'm very honest about his game. Okay. I think he hasn't even reached the stratosphere of his game. I think he could take the next steps. He has to be willing to take something. It's a mental block within him. We all have a mental block. Literally, we all have a mental block sometimes at that time. He has to take that mental block off and take those next steps. And I think if he does that in game 7, then he can go far and he can go wide. I want to actually bring up something very interesting, and we should end this show on this. And let's talk about the legacy of players. So one of my favorite creators, her name is Gab Gowdy. She is in Kentucky right now. She says she went to a sports bar yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but the day before. And she was looking around and she was like, Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP, played at Louisville, won a Heisman, and there's like no recognition of him anywhere. Like at all. Like she was like, you can't go into sports bars and you can't see any photos of him. And I want to talk about the impact of the player. I think if he doesn't win this series, which I'm knock on wood, you're not here on a Sunday saying, wow, the Cavs really blew this one. I think they will win, but I think with Donovan, if he doesn't win this series, the Cavs probably will get rid of him. They're probably not going to sign him to a long-term deal. They're probably going to go younger, and they have Max Strus under contract. They'll probably make him and Strus a package deal. Harden will probably leave, and you got to get younger. You got to get younger. They'll probably also trade Allen. They'll keep Mobley because Mobley is probably your best player right now, but you got to get younger. You gotta build tomorrow. The 76ers and the Celtics will play in a game 7. I thought the 76ers were dead in the water. Joel Embiid goes out towards the end of the season with an appendix surgery. And I didn't think he was coming back. Somehow, some way, he comes back, and he has been the deciding factor in this series. The Celtics have no answer for him whatsoever. And they were down bad last night. Like,
did Tatum go down? Didn't Tatum go down for a little while? I'm not sure if he returned, but I believe Tatum went down at some point in that game.
Mm-hmm. No, it was Jaylen Brown. It was Jaylen Brown that went down in the game, but yeah, they will be playing tomorrow at 7:30 in Boston. And then the New York Knicks mollywopped the Atlanta Hawks 140-89, winning their series 4-2. The Knicks will be the first team to move on to the playoffs, and they will get to see if they play the 76ers or the Celtics. But I want to talk about the most surprising series of them all, and that is the Minnesota Timberwolves beating the Denver Nuggets 110-98 without Dante DiVincenzo, who is going to be out for a year with a torn Achilles. And of course, Anthony Edwards is out for extended period of time with a knee bone bruise.